welcome everyone. How we going? Just a quick tutorial. So basic, so easy, on how to potentially speed up your computer if it's slowing down, getting old. Most of the time, computers start to slow down because of memory, CPU as well. Obviously, if the CPU starts to wear and the processor just slows down. So, but majority of the time it's memory, lacking memory, or you've got so much stuff on it and it just can't keep up with the amount of stuff, and the memory starts to slow down. This is a little tip if you've got any little flash drives lying around, little USB flash drives. Some of them aren't compatible. Most of them are. You just pick and choose. Like if you've got a couple lying around that you just don't use, you think, oh man, they come in quite handy. Most of this is probably better for laptops than anything else. And I'm pretty sure that Readyboost only came out, I think, with Windows 7. I'm not sure if it works with Vista. I don't know if there's an option for it on that, but I'm pretty sure 7 and 8 is compatible. So what you do is you get yourself a little stick. Just test any sticks you've got lying around. Couple of gigs, anything. The more you've got a bigger stick, like an 8 gig, you can still potentially use it as a Readyboost, which is what it's called, or you can dedicate the whole thing to Readyboost, or you can just assign a certain amount of the stick to speed up your system, but then obviously it needs to stay plugged in to your computer. This I highly recommend for laptops that are starting to get a bit weary, a couple of years old, starting to slow down. It just gives them a little bit of a kick up the bum, a little bit of a life. And so I'm going to do a little example right now. So I've just plugged in my stick. And most of the time on most computers, you will get a little notification saying it's ready when you plug it in. On 7 it comes up in the middle. So it's asking me sleep and charge setup now, but I don't know if I really want to set that up. Multiple charging, blah blah blah. You know what? I don't want to do that, so I'll cancel that. So what it's done is it's opened up the flash drive, and it's a SanDisk. I think it's an 8 gig. Yeah. Let's just go to this PC and we can look at it. Yeah, it's just under 8 gigs, and it's got 6 gigs free, 7 gigs free. It's got a little bit of metadata just on there that comes with the thing. So what we need to do is to Readyboost this is we have to find it on our list of options. Here it is here. So we hit properties, and we'll have a few tabs here: general tools, hardware, and Readyboost. This is the one we need. So we go to Readyboost, and it says up there, speed up your system by utilizing available space on this device. So what it's going to do is it's going to use some of the space on that to use as sort of cached memory. So it takes a little bit of pressure off your RAM. So you can either dedicate this device to Readyboost, or just use this device, and you can actually select, but this is limited to 4 megabytes. 4 gigs, just over 4 gigs. It will tell you, it always recommends an amount, and it's telling me that it recommends reserving 4,000 megabytes, or 4.1 gig of this, pretty much half of this. So you can use this device. I can go 4 gig, and I'll apply that. Alright. So it's configuring the cache. It starts to Readyboost it. I'll just wait for this to go. And as I said, this is predominantly, I'd advise it on laptops, maybe not so much desktops. Desktops usually you should have enough. You should be running pretty decent computer, but it works on the desktop. I'm doing this on the desktop right now, so it does work. So now you notice that the space on this disk has now dropped to 2.75 gigs, so it's still usable. We can still put stuff on this thing, on this stick, on this USB drive. But you can see a little section here, Readyboost cache. 4.1 is reserved. It's actually reserved that. So when you start doing stuff on your computer, stuff, just basic stuff, clicking on stuff, it's actually sort of utilizing that flash that's in there. Let's just go to apps and we'll just move across and pick something. I don't bloody know. But as you're doing stuff, if you've got a flash like the one I've got right now, it doesn't have any lights or anything on it. It's just a standard SanDisk plastic piece of crap, cheap ass flash. But I've got another one in one of my laptops. It's red. It's a Lexar. It has a light on it. It flashes when it's in use, and you can actually see when you're ready, when you've enabled Readyboost, and it does have a light on it to show you activity. It's flashing all the time, that one. So it's getting used. The computer is actually using it to operate quicker. So yeah, any questions? Pop them in the comments box. And as I said, just not all USB flash drives can be used to Readyboost. Only certain few. So just keep, if you've got a few lying around that you just don't use, or just think, man, even a couple of gigs, even 3 gigs, if it just gives your computer that just a little bit of a bit more life in it, maybe it'll just run things a bit smoother. If you're getting if your computer's maybe struggling memory wise, best way to test that is obviously Control Alt Delete, and then just go to performance, and it will give you, if you Control Alt Delete Task Manager, and you can always get an idea of what you're up against. See if you're running memory's sitting at 32% idling, which is pretty good, and the CPU is not doing anything because I'm not actually doing anything. The only thing that is running right now is Bandicam. So, and a couple of things in Task Manager, obviously, but yeah, just trial and error. Just give a few different flash drives a chance. Try that option. As I said, with Windows 7, when you pop that in, it should usually come up with an option in the middle of the screen. As soon as you plug it in. Windows 8 doesn't. It's got that sleep and charge thing coming up. Probably if I set that up, it might come up, but I can't be bothered. But yeah, so any questions, just leave a little message and I'll give you a bit of advice, or if you need, it's pretty simple though. You can't really go wrong, and it gives you a little boost. So good luck, guys, and thanks for watching. See ya.